Hi guys, FrostFangs here, back with, of course, another Paladins video. We're playing some today. I hope you're all doing well. I'm a little bit overdue for this one. The last video was right around the time she got reworked and she was removed for a little bit when the update went out because of problems with her and IO bit. After they got re-added, haven't really seen her very much, even though I saw IO a ton. The builds, I'm pretty sure, are close to where they've always been with the speed, reduced costs, and health with radius. There's not really too much you can do in the builds still, which is definitely a downside to Lillith at the moment. Same sort of thing with the talents I don't really love at the moment, even though I'd say overall she's in a decent spot. A few cards I do see a little bit, but yeah, nothing too crazy. And talent-wise, like I was trying to say, yeah, these don't really feel that great. There are the Team Sphere, Game 1, Onslaught, Primal Core. I definitely need to do some more Siege, but I'll maybe do it for Game 2. We've got Alex, Koga, Strix, Cassie versus another Koga, Kinessa, Nyx, Ceres, and BK. So Cursed Accord is probably the choice here, even though I don't love it because it has the cooldown. Maelstrom I never really liked or really mixed with all that well. I've tried it and sometimes I do fine, but definitely default to Cursed. And Murder's Intent, I don't really think would be the right play because, again, we are the solo support. We'll go Cursed Accord. It feels like kind of the boring thing to go for, but yeah, we'll play super safe, support Lillith. Definitely haven't played Lillith, if at all, like after the Rejuvenate change. I think I have a little bit, but not on a video, but yeah, definitely going to be a nice little buff to her because she's a character that definitely had the space for it. There goes the BK. Got to be one of the bigger buffs for sure. Like with Lillith getting the Rejuvenate change, I can't really imagine a character that would work better for it because morale boost isn't that massive even though you do grab it. Chronos you can also go for, especially if you're going for the talent, but Rejuvenate's definitely got to be a default choice though after the change to it. I feel like I've actually got pretty fast cooldowns. Obviously the right click isn't going up, it's just the F and the Q. Go ahead and pop the ultimate. Sure, it's been a bit of a slow one so far. It's not really going to come across in the video because I cut a lot of the dead time out, but I feel like I've spent a lot of this one just at the back, kind of waiting for the team to do stuff. The F seems to throw me way higher than I remember as well. I don't know what this game is. I feel like, again, I'm doing my thing, but it's just really strange to have in a video. I'm recording at a bit of a weird time. It's like 6 in the morning, so sort of to be expected. 6 AM EU time. It's going to be kind of cooked on like a Sunday. We'll go for the ultimate. Don't know if they did change the F, but it definitely feels like it's throwing me higher, which is really weird. Just going to leave that there and then throw that on the Lex. Sure, switch it over. Koga's alright. I feel like my damage also hits pretty hard. Maybe it's just I'm expecting too many things to happen. The fights are actually not that bad. It's not like it's a bad game at all, to be honest. It's just strange to try and show off Lillith. The slow from Kinessa mine is also super annoying. There goes the Koga. Can't really tell if Rejuvenate 3 is making that much of a difference. Kind of already healing for a lot before I got max Rejuvenate, so it's not that much different. I'm dead now eventually, I think. I'm somehow still alive. This game is absolutely cooked. We'll throw that here for the Cassie. I feel like I'm healing for a ton, even when they've got Pulverize on them, to be honest. It's a very slow game, like I said, but don't know what happened with my F there. I'm still alive. Eventually I should be dead. Koga's going for the ultimate. Sure. Pop the ultimate to finish off the game. We got full morale boost. It really isn't going to make a difference here, but the team has just played it very odd. Strange way to start the video off. I don't really know what to say about the stats, but yeah, shouts out to their Kinessa. We did fine. We healed. We did our job there for sure on Lillith. Rejuvenate is definitely a nice little buff to it, even though, again, talent-wise, don't love it. And card-wise, we did get a bit of a benefit, but alright, game 2. Siege, Stone Keep. We got Alex, Ying, Charlene, and a Kinessa versus Andro, Ruckus, Omen, Io, and Victor. So a little bit stacked in their favor, but you never know. Gonna go for the same thing though, Cursed Accord, and then just the standard speed sort of heal setup. Again, I don't really know what else you would realistically want to run most of the time as like a default thing for Lillith, unless you're trying to play a bit more like a hybrid, like those you guys that play a ton of Sacrifice IO, but that's the 0-bomb. We've got like team wiped back to back, just completely shredded. There's the matchup if you're interested for the full talents and everything, but I'm probably going to cut most of this one out and just jump into a game 3, which will hopefully be better, but didn't really get to talk about it in the first game because of how cooked it was, and the second one is pretty much just as bad, if not worse. It's probably going to be a 0-4, but she has a bit of a problem with coverage. I felt it way more in that first fight here in this second game. Like, you really can't heal that many people on your team compared to a lot of options, at least easily. You can mark somebody, obviously that's easily going to be healing them, buffing them a little bit, but compared to other marks, it isn't that strong. When you look at like Genos and Corvus at the moment, who've got kind of massive marks, and then you've got your Cursed Accord that you can throw down, which does heal for a ton, stays down for ages, but it's kind of just like a more powerful damper thing that you can constantly redeploy, and you have to use your health as well to actually throw it down. It's very strange to look at Lillith at the moment and the way her kit works and consider her like at the same sort of level as some of the other healers. I think do a much better job of the same sort of thing. She is very unique, don't get me wrong, I don't dislike Lillith, but yeah, coverage and I guess uptime would be the better word. Is where she really feels like she's lacking for me. That's an Andro ultimate. I think I'm dead here. He's just going to go ahead and stop firing at me. Don't get me wrong, I feel like I was overly negative. I don't dislike Lillith, and I think the spot she's in is technically fine. It's just compared to a lot of other healers that have maybe been put in positions kind of similar to Lillith with like the way she sort of plays. It's kind of a hard sell to pick her over those when they're so effective. Just, again, mainly focus on the coverage and sort of uptime that she has compared to them. Feels very different. Could totally see though why you'd pick Lillith over those characters because she does have some unique parts to her for sure. It's just strength-wise, specifically at the moment, she feels a little bit under those other characters with the way they chose to sort of move her in the past, like, you know, update or two whenever the rework was in the last video. I haven't really seen it at all, which I guess, you know, really leans into that. We'll re-queue, do a game 3. Again, I just don't know what to say about that one. They have triple tank here. Hopefully this match will save it, but yeah, Pip, Andro, Kinessa, and Tara, it looked pretty even. I'm going to go for Murderous Intent and then the standard setup and plays a bit of a hybrid because they have Term, Azan, Khan, Ceres, and Alex. We'll go for Rejuvenate and not that. Let's go for Death Hands actually, so we're probably going to be firing a bit more in this one. Let's go ahead and yoink the ult thing. We'll just pop it straight away. Somehow 2 people fell off the map. I really don't know what this video is. To be honest, I feel like I'm losing my mind in real time. A couple of taps on the legs. I think I'm dead. The speed there kind of helped him, but there goes the Azan. Just fell off the map. Tyra didn't knock him, obviously, but I guess she tapped him. But yeah, alongside the thing I was talking about with uptime and cooldowns and stuff, it kind of goes hand in hand that you also have to play pretty actively compared to most other healers. You can't just sort of sit back like a Genos and, you know, do your stuff. You have to be pretty actively in the fight. I'm probably dead here to this turn. We marked him. The talent is coming through clutch because of that speed. Somehow this is actually kind of saved. We'll drop that down there. Finish him off. Keep him in the tick. Yeah, the setup saved him. At least we got one sort of decent play in here. We'll throw the heal down on the Andro. See if we can go through this Khan. I do like the fact that you get the ammo refill now whenever you hit somebody who's in your queue or your right click. Like, does really make it feel significantly better, even though, again, don't know if I love Damage Earth enough to make up for the weirdness she's sort of got at the moment on the healer side, even though, again, not terrible, just very, very strange the direction she's been put in and the spot she's sort of at the moment compared to the other healers, where you have to play it very actively. Your timing is also very specific. You also got to use your health in there as well. Very, very unique in a good way, I'm sure, for a lot of people, but I think for the majority, and it's probably the main reason I haven't seen her, she's just very, very strange and not necessarily strong enough a lot of the time to make up for the fact that she is kind of unique. But she does hit pretty hard. The damage setup is definitely working here. Yeah, Hybrid might be the only way I've actually seen her played in the past couple months, and actually playing the damage setup and kind of focusing on it does not feel particularly bad here. I feel like I'm actually hitting pretty strong, and there we've got the self-heal and stuff. The attack speed is pretty damn fast, which is kind of duped the term. I think I'm dead, actually somehow still alive. I just really wish I didn't have to use so much of my health to actually get the abilities going, because we've not gone for the talent. I think I'm dead. Try and get like one weird juke. It's just kind of scuffed. I think that would be the best way I can put it, and honestly the best definition for how I feel regarding that. I'd definitely put it somewhere around a C tier these days, which is weird, because back in the day I think I'd have put it somewhere around like an A, or at least a strong sort of B. Very, very weird. Pip ultimate. Yeah, damage hybrid wise, definitely not a bad option. Obviously it's a bit of a different way of playing specifically around the damage and not just focus on heals, but even trying to do a hybrid thing here, my heals don't feel that strong. Rejuvenate definitely helps, I'll say that much. Even after like the rework and stuff, my heals do tick pretty hard. Just that I can only realistically get like 1 or 2 people because of the queue being kind of small, and then you have to, you know, right click somebody that ticks up, and you've also got to play your health and stuff. I'm sure you get what I mean. I'm really interested to hear from you guys that play a ton of Lillith down in the comments if you've got any specific thoughts on all the stuff I've yapped about in this one, because I feel like the first 2 games were very, very rough. Actually not done too bad in this one, to be honest. We've done sort of fine. Definitely haven't, you know, done crazy, but have not had a hard time in this one. We've done all right. We're going to go for the ultimate here again. Do also want to point out that I think even if I was on other supports, it really wouldn't have mattered today. We did fine that last game, to be honest, but yeah, we still got absolutely battered. And if I was on like a Genos or a Corvus, like massive healing, it really wouldn't have changed too much. But damage-wise, sort of focuses a hybrid thing. She definitely does work better, and that is probably the way I would recommend it if you are going to go ahead and pick up Lillith, is try and do the hybrid thing a little bit, but don't necessarily mean going for like a full damage setup or anything. Just paying attention to the damage and trying to do a little bit of it, because it isn't a bad sort of thing to focus on a little bit. There are the stats though, nothing for me to really point out again there, and that is where I'm going to leave it. A strange video overall, but it did kind of summarize my thoughts on Lillith at the moment, where the matches were strange, but that's also kind of how I feel about her cards and her talents at the moment. Base kit wise, I think she's got a ton of potential, and again, would really love to see her be a much better character for me at the moment. Like, again, I'd put it somewhere around a C, and I'd much rather her be in like an A or an S, because there's space for that for sure. Thank you so much for watching though. Leave a like if you've enjoyed it. This very weird video. I'll see you guys all very, very soon, I'm sure, with a much more normal one. Let me know where you want to see me the next. I appreciate you, and as always, stay frosty.